Hey, good morning. Brian Duckworth with Ascend Lending. I hope you're having a great day today. I wanted to give you a quick update on one of the products that we love at Ascend and on the team, and that is a DSCR loan. So if you've heard me or Steven talk about DSCR loans, you'll hear us say the Make It Make Sense loans, because that's kind of what it is, right? So it's a no income, no employment loan for investors, and particularly it's mainly for seasoned investors, even though it does allow for first-time investors, people that have at least 12 months of real estate investment experience. And so one of the things and one of the limitations in this program that we had been seeing over the course of the last couple of years is that as a client would continue to stack properties, or a client would already come to us because they had conventional investment loans or whatever the case may be, and they had a lot on their credit, or even if they had a credit blemish, right? Like let's say they had, some random collection that hit them that was, a medical bill, right, for $400. And now all of a sudden their credit score goes down the drain. Historically that was pretty condemning, right? Because DSCR is very contingent on your credit score. Well, what I've seen two lenders come out with so far, and I hope that we continue to see this progress, right? And we continue to make the Make It Make Sense loan make more sense, is lenders have started allowing to use the higher of the two FICOs for married borrowers, but use the investment experience of the more experienced person. So not only do we get the favorable loan to value terms for the experienced investor, but we also get the top-notch interest rate for that high qualified borrower. One of the things that you see super commonly is like one of the people in the marriage has all of the houses on their name, right? They may have like a mid to high 6 credit score, right? For whatever reason, some are even less if they had like some dummy collection from a medical collection or something like that. They have the majority of the assets in their name, or it's all joint or whatever that looks like, right? But then you have the other person who, because they don't have that much on their credit, they have like an 800 score. Now, even though a lot of times it's super beneficial to keep your credit fully separate, now that person that has that 800 score, we can kind of start to introduce to their credit, because now their first one, they can go off of that, their married partner's experience, right? But then they can start to establish their own investment experience, because now they'll have that one on their credit, right? And so that will start building their experience, and they can show investment experience to then start stacking more properties in their name. One of the great things about being married is 2 lines of credit versus 1. And this, even though statistically, you like to keep your credit more separate, in this scenario, it can help open up a lending opportunity that otherwise wouldn't be open, because I can't tell you how many times I see experienced investors, because they just have so much going on with their credit, it gets pulled twice a year because they're getting new mortgages and they're financing cars and they're doing all these things, right? Just naturally their credit hasn't had time to fully recover. So they're sitting at a high 6, maybe in a really low 7 or whatever the case may be. And let's say they're even in the mid 6s, they're out of the favorable loan terms for DSCR, right? Because there is a lot of different credit buckets. But now we introduce this 800 credit score borrower, and we can use the lower credit person's experience and even their assets, right? And then we can use that higher credit score to get the better pricing. Make It Make Sense loan is continuing to make more and more sense. And let's hope that we continue to see guidelines like this that help that mom and pop investment team really begin to grow their portfolio. Hope you guys have a great day.